Hey guys, and welcome to Crow Showcase, and today I'm going to be showcasing part 2 of my Pokemon binder, which I have worked for many years. So here is my binder. Now, if you guys saw part 1, I highly recommend you see that one, because that basically shows basic all the way to Skyridge. So that'll be 13 sets, minus 2 sets that I didn't want to get because they were just repeats. So this set from here that you guys are going to see is actually from EX Ruby Sapphire all the way to EX Unforeseen Forces. So yeah, unless it's, yeah, Unforeseen Forces. Yes, I'm right. So you won't see anything besides that. I know there was like 6 more sets for me to finish, and I didn't want to go that far. I didn't really like those sets because that's where they started introducing like a metal Charizard and stuff like that. I didn't like those. So I'm just showing you guys what I have, and let's get started. So let me move this a little bit over here. So basically, I'm going to explain if I bought some of these, but pretty much I pulled a lot of these from packs. This is when I came back to Pokemon again, and man, did I really like this. Firestarter Blaziken's one of the best Pokemon that you can get when it comes to like recycling energies from the discard pile. Gardevoir right here is basically a Pokemon that gives you energy cards from, I believe, your hand, or if it's from your deck, but you take 2 damage, but hey, it's extra energies to the field. Now, if you're asking, why do you have a holo and a non-holo? Basically, these 2 right here, so these 2 are from the pack, and these 2 right here came from a special booster box where it was like a tournament ready. So they had a Gardevoir and Blaziken in there, and basically a non-foil, and the non-foils were basically in there. I believe they give you a foil, but there was the non-foils. That's where they came from. But I bought this from a store, and obviously one of my favorite like cards to use, Delcatty, Draw 3. I mean, I made a lot of decks, and Delcatty became like a staple for every deck I made because of that Draw 3. So energy draw, pop 3 cards, draw, and if you team it up with Blaziken, oh my goodness, you're just recycling that. So very awesome combo right there. All right, let's continue. So as always, my commons and uncommons will be here, but so far these are the uncommons. I got a lot of these from the packs. I didn't buy any of the uncommons. I'll get to like the part I do buy. I pulled everything here from a pack, I believe, except for Skeptile. I didn't pull that one. That one I actually bought from somebody or traded. I can't recall. That's another good Swampert. You get to basically play 2 energy cards from your hand, so it's pretty awesome. And that's pretty much it on this page. I try to use this Blaziken, but yeah, it's not that great. It's not Firestarter. More uncommons. That's so far one of my favorite, Curiala. That's pretty much it. And this is my favorite Weezing. Oh my goodness, if you want to just be annoying, or if you fight this Weezing, you're just going to annoy. It is the most annoying card because Confusing Gas, the defending Pokemon is now confused. Then Poison Smog. Do 10 to the bench, and both active Pokemon are now, well, actually the active Pokemons are now poisoned. So it was really annoying to deal with him. Or if you're using it, man, you're going to have fun because you're going to just see your opponent get annoyed. One of my favorite Weezings. This should have been an inside foil because, my goodness, it's so good. I actually made a deck of that one. I didn't use any of these guys. These were sadly the worst EX. I pulled all of them. I don't think I bought any of these, but I pulled them all. But they were the worst when it came to the EX sets. All right, so here, I forgot about this. Basically, these 2 you're seeing here. So these foil ones were actually promotional items, and only the packs, or either you got a reverse foil or you just got a standard. So that's why basically I have 2 of them right there, because these were promotional and you were only given to them by a tournament. So that was the only way you're gonna get that. Next page. I didn't use, I kind of used that coughing. I think I used it, or I used a different one because I wanted more poison. Actually, no, I think I used somebody else to go with that Weezing. And sadly, more EX that, I mean, this was like a reprint of the Neo Genesis Sneasel, but Fossil Lockdown, one of my favorite decks to make that I made. So basically, this guy, as long as Armadillo is your active Pokemon, each player cannot play any support trainers. Actually, no, this is for Trainer Lockdown. So if you're making a Trainer Lockdown deck, this guy would be one of your best to make for that deck. Lileep was not bad either. I think I used this Lileep. Claydol. Lileep is the other one. This Claydol was pretty good. The EX is really good as well. I couldn't get my hands on this one. I had to buy it from somebody. Bought it from eBay. I remember this one correctly because it was really, really hard to get the inside full. There were not many inside fulls of Flareon. But other than that, I did pull everybody, except for this because this is pre-release, so I bought that. More cards over here. My favorite Rolts is right here. You can say the Confusion, but you had to flip a coin. At least with Hypnoblast, you automatically put the Pokemon to sleep. I bought this one from a person or eBay because, again, the inside foil was hard to get. Everything else I pulled from a pack, except it's one of these two that I traded for. But other than that, everything else was from a pack. Ludicolo. Couldn't stand that Pokemon. Shiftry, I never used the grass one. The black one is the best, which, well, we'll see later. This is a really good, pretty good Trico, but you had to get heads for it. Torchic was pretty good, this one. Let's see. That's the Espeon that's really, really good. Energy Crush, I mean, you do damage based on all the energies your opponents have. I've seen a lot of people use this when I was playing Pokemon. This Almost Star, I also saw a lot of people use just because of pull down. You can't do that much damage. Well, guess what? I would just remove your top stage. Guess what? Now you're dead. I get a prize. So it was really good. Depends on the deck you had people made, but yeah, it was a really good one. Other than that, nobody else is that special. I probably used this one if I remember correctly. I can't remember my decks, but what cards I really have in my decks because it's been a while since I played, and I still have them, but I don't use them. So here is this one too. Again, this one was a promotional, so you only got it in tournaments, and the packs only gave you a standard one. So that's basically that one right there. But multi-energy was actually not that bad. You just choose a color, just can't have another energy of the same type. I mean, another special energy, because if not, then it becomes a colorless. If not, you could choose whatever you want. Best, one of the best EXs out there. Gardevoir EX. I mean, it does Psy Storm does damage for every single energy on the field, so it automatically does 40 damage right there. So that's really good. So yeah, that was really good. I used this Aragon when I started again because it was one of my only EXs besides the Ruby Sapphires. Kabutops I never used. Even though these two were like my first EXs, I used him better. Next page. I didn't really use anybody besides, I think I used this one. I don't remember using this one. And then here, Typhlosion, I used, after Aragon, I used him. I wasn't a big fan because he's too much energy, and then you have to start discarding. Warlord EX, he might have 200 HP. I mean, he was like the biggest body there was, but then again, he does 100 minus. So if he already has 100 damage, then he sucks. That was another one I pulled from a pack. Oh, actually, I pulled all of them from the pack. Because this was actually my first booster box EX. So I pulled all my EXs from a booster box. It was pretty cool. Here's the other. This Crawdon is really good. Yeah. Again, I use this in one of my decks because that plus 10 power. Guillotine does 50, so I use them on a lot of my other decks that I made, and especially in the past. Artillery, this one's pretty good. Dragon Song, each defending Pokemon's now asleep, so really good. This Flygon's okay, it's not that bad. That was my very first holo I pulled. I don't remember him. Let's see, did I use anybody here? I used him because I didn't have enough nose leaves when I had the dark one. Let's see. This one was the hardest one for me to pull. I think I bought this one from person. or traded, or bought it from the store, I should say. I used this Crawdon one because I didn't have a second one at the time, so I was using both of these, which for this one's not bad either. Flygon, so we're going to see 2 Flygons. Basically, this one was only a tournament card, and then this one was the foil one from the pack. I mean, the non-foil from the packs. Did I use anybody here? I think I used that the skull. That Magneton's really good. I tried to make an electric deck, but I always ran into a couple little problems, and I was like, nah, this doesn't work well. But this Magneton's pretty good because it lets you recycle energies. So it was really good. You just discard a card, and then you pop back 2 cards into your hand. So it's really good. Salamence, I did use this one. I've seen as well 2 of them. This one was, again, tournament, and then this is from the pack. I think I used that one. I'm not 100 on that one. This Eevee is really good because Signs of Evolution, you get some evolutions of Eevee right into your hand. So it's really good. This Omni, it's not bad either. Now this EX set, I think I pretty much bought a lot of these. This was my first one I pulled from the Dragon set. But I don't remember. I know I pulled him, and him. I think I bought everybody else. I can't recall how much I did buy them. I know in my last showcase video, I was like, oh, I paid like $50 for this one, 20 for that one. And I'm like, damn, the prices have changed from when I bought them. This Ralts is not that bad either. This Skitty's okay. I actually like the other one better. All right, so here we have basically the secret from the pack, and then there was Gym Challenge, State, and then Regionals. So these 3 right here are from the pack. They were the secret ones, and then these were tournament given. So it's pretty cool that they were all foil still, regardless. The Charmander I bought, Charmeleon I bought, and the Charizard I bought. I bought all of them. But I did pull these 2 from a pack. This is the one I had to buy. I paid around $50 for the Charizard. Now, yeah, you'll be paying some money. I forgot how much I paid for this, but I can't recall. This is set. I didn't like it too much. Team Aqua, Team Magma. I do remember just buying it. I traded for this one, but I pretty much bought all these cards from like online. Trolling Toll was like my best friend when it came to buying cards. So yeah, I pretty much got all of these. Again, oh no, actually this. So the foil was only given in the pack, and then the starter deck actually came with a non-foil. So that's why I have this one as well. Like, this is a non-foil, only available in the starter deck and then pack. So that was pretty cool that they started doing that. I think this is the set where they started doing that a little more. But again, I wasn't too interested in this set because a lot of it would just had to like rely on themselves to basically be a team, and there was just one set and that's it, and it kind of sucked. So, and then on Dragon they started doing the pre-releases more for uncommons. That's why I have a pre-release Gyarados and a non-pre-release here, so that's why there's 2. Yeah, I really didn't care for this set. I never even used any of these cards. Yeah, didn't really use any of these. I mean, the EXs for this set was really good. There was a double rainbow energy, but it was a little eh. But the EXs were really good. This Claydol EX is, as long as Claydol is your active Pokemon, your opponent cannot play any Pokemon from his or her hand to evolve his or her active Pokemon. So that's part of Fossil Lockdown. This Claydol is really, really good. Nobody really used the dogs. The Blaziken was really good. I wanted to make a deck with him, but I never really got a chance to make it. Sceptile I did make a deck with. When I fought this Sceptile in a tournament once, my goodness, I fell in love with it. I do have a deck with it. I never actually uploaded that deck. It was called Let's Be Dragons. But Sceptile was my EX for that set, or Atelier, and I'll show that one later. Again, the dog didn't use. This Swampert EX wasn't bad, but I mean, compared to, it was pretty much these 2. These 2 were like the main EXs for this set. And then this was the secret. These were the secret. No, this one was the secret rare. Was it? Yeah, this one was the secret rare. Oh no, it was actually, yeah, these 2. Yeah. And then comes another set that I really did like. Hidden Fortress was actually one great set. This is a Crobat that I really love. Triple poison. You do three damage every turn for poisoning instead of one. So that was awesome. This Claydol was really good. I try to use it in a deck because it forces you. So like Muddy Eye, I'm going to say, you are forced to now pay an extra colorless to use this. So you have to use a Psychic and an extra energy just to use your ability. So really good Claydol. I try to make a deck with it. I never got a chance to make one. And then they started introducing here the dual color. So the Celebi is like a black and a grass type. So dark and grass, not bad. But they didn't really do that too much with a lot of the Pokemon. So it was just like, this is my favorite core fish because of Toxic Grip. You're poisoning Pokemon. So I was always like that guy who wanted to just hurt people. Yeah, here is the Machamps. In this set that he was the regionals. And then there was a foil, so the regionals was given, obviously through regionals. I actually traded for this. So again, the starter deck, it was a non-foil. Foil, you got it from a pack. Pretty cool. And then, yeah, they had this Metagross that was a Psychic and a Steel type, so I really did like that. I believe I used this Metagross. I'm not 100. I can't recall that one now. I probably did. I think I liked him better than the others. This Warren was really good. I got destroyed at the tournament with somebody who used this. He used Gardevoir and him. Great combo with Delcatty. Oof. They did a really good job. I really wanted to make a Milotic deck, but the problem was that Milotic healed everybody on the field. My opponent too, so it kind of sucked. Yeah, I like this Blossom. The healing factor was really good, and that's my favorite Shift Tree. I made a deck with him. Copycats, Deli Hand, that's what I call that deck. You could probably find it in my channel because it's supernatural power. As long as my hand and my opponent's hand are the same amount of cards, then I do 80 damage. So it's going to be 40 plus 40. And if you have dark energies, because he's a dark Pokemon, oh, that's more damage. So that was my favorite Shift Tree. I really, really like it. Very, very dangerous, especially if you have Copycat and another guy that we'll pass by him soon. This was my favorite Swablu because of Lullaby and Striffenclaw. But Lullaby, obviously, because you put Pokemon to sleep. So pretty much anything that allows me to just automatically put you to sleep, paralyzed, or whatever that case is, really liked it. So that's why I used him the most. I pulled so many of this one. It pissed me off. Actually, I pulled all of these. I believe I got these two in the pack. But this was my foil and this was my non-foil. And eventually I pulled the foil one. The EXs on this set, I don't recall them. Groudon and Kyogre is pretty fun to use, but I never used them. Actually, no, were they fun to use? No, they were okay. I never got to really use them. I think I've seen people use them. So here is like Team Aqua pre-release and non-pre-release. So like I said, they made them into commons. The Ninetales was really good. This Reggie Ice, I lent it to somebody and they won the tournament with this Reggie Ice. Really, really, really good. Reggie Rock is also good. Reggie Steel was the one that was a little sad. I don't think I ever used him. Fossil Lockdown, not Fossil, Trainer Lockdown. That's where that Vileplume will go into. And I believe this was the secret to the pack. So that's why I started liking that they started like doing a little bit of secret cards. Actually, it was these two. This one you could only get if you bought the booster box. So I bought it from like the store because they had a bunch of them. It was like $2 or $3, so it wasn't that expensive. And we start with Fire Red and Leaf Green. And I don't care about anybody there because, like I said, Team Aqua and Team Magmite really didn't care. Vengeance Marowak is really good because the more... So this was in my black deck. Basically, the more... So you basically want to bring him out last. You want to set him up, but bring him out last. Let your Pokemon die, and then all of a sudden, once they die, he's going to start coming and doing 90 damage every single turn. So really, really, really good. Genghis-Khan is my favorite Pokemon, and I never made a deck with him. Nidoking and Nidoqueen, these were actually not that bad. I actually saw people use them in the tournament. Pidgeot is really good. Quick Search. I have Pidgeot in one of my decks that I never uploaded. But that Quick Search, you search for any card in your deck, and you put it in your hand. awesome. And clutch does 40, and I believe the defending Pokemon can't retreat, so you basically lock that Pokemon down. Pidgeot's awesome. One of the most awesome cards. I never used any of these. I got to see somebody use this Poliwhirl. It's funny how that guy used to just call him Polyswirl. I don't know why, but it's like Poliwrath. No, Polyswirl. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. But he's always named it that. Other than that, I never used any of these guys either. EX Fire Red, Leaf Green were not my favorite set. I pretty much bought a lot of these cards. I got a couple of packs, but I never pulled anything special. So now this is where the EXs did get expensive. This Charizard was really pricey. When I was trying to buy it, people were selling it for over $100. I got lucky and won a bid for 40, but mine is not in the best condition. You could kind of tell right there that it's a little banged up. Actually, there's a lot of other places it's banged up, but I didn't really care. Other than that, I pretty much I paid 50 for him. I remember that. Troll and Toad. Same goes for him. I bought him. I forgot how I got him, but I probably bought all of these from Troll and Toad. Here's a gym challenge winner, Beldum, and the regular. Mr. Mime is really good. Depending on which type of deck you're gonna fight, you would either use odds or even. So this was my EX and my Copycat's Deli Hand, because he was more of a stall card. He could do damage, and he does damage based on cards in your hand too. So, but he wasn't bad. I seen only one person ever use that Venusaur. Charmander was the secret, and then these guys were also the secret foils for it. And then here is EX Team Rocket Returns. Again, foil for pack, non-foil for starter deck. Let's see, anybody here? Supersonic was really good because it automatically confused the Pokemon. This is the Ampharos I use for my damage deck because it's really good. If you start evolving, you take 2 damage automatically, so really good. Other than that, I really didn't care for this set. Again, foil, starter deck, non-foil, foil. Even though a lot of the Pokemon were like this is Water Dark, this is Psychic Dark, this one's Fighting Dark. So a lot of it was like that, but they were not that great to me. Unlike Ampharos. Ampharos really was the best one in that set. Here's my state championship, my choke, and then the regular standard. Yep, that's it. And then this is the nose leaf I would use for Copycat's Deli Hand, because obviously dark equals more damage if you have dark energies. Dark Steel, pretty cool. This one is really good because it automatically takes out weaknesses to Pokemon. So I use that, like if you had like a pure fire deck and they were all weak to water, I kind of recommend you use that Kingdra, because then all of a sudden you no longer have a weakness to fire. So I use that Kingdra in one of my decks, if I remember correctly. I don't know, I really did like this Dragonite. He's not bad because of the double wing attack. It does like does 30 damage to each defending Pokemon, so it was really good. And his ability is not bad. I don't recall it, I don't want to read it, but it wasn't bad. Now, again, he was a starter deck, but again, it was supposed to be non-foil, but I did pull him from a pack foil, and then there's the foil one from the, actually, he was weird. No, he's supposed to be a non-foil, and then all of a sudden, in the starter deck, he was a foil. I was like, what the hell? It's really weird how they started doing certain little things with Pokemon. Here's my Hidden Fortress pre-release, which was Swaloot. On that, don't care. Same goes for him. Foil, starter deck, non-foil in the packs. And that's pretty much everybody. Ferret was really good. Quick Charge. So like Delcatty and Ferret were like the 2 Pokemon that were like the staples. Either you use Ferret or you use Delcatty. Delcatty at least was a Pokemon power. Quick Charge was actually a move, but you get to choose 3 of your cards, put it back in your hand, and then choose 3 cards, whatever you want from your deck, and put it into your hand. So it was really good. I only used it in one of my decks. I didn't really care for it like that, but I cannot deny how good it is. And then the EXs for this set, it was like returning to EX Ruby and Sapphire. Don't get me wrong, some of them are not that bad, but I just didn't care, especially the Scizor. The Scizor evolved from another EX. So I was just like, yeah, that's not that great. And then my City Championship, and then the Rec Standard. And then, so yeah, so this Scizor evolves from him. It was not that great. Snorlax wasn't bad. I almost closely used it in the deck, but no, I didn't. I know I bought these from people. I paid like 40 or 60 bucks for each one. Don't get me wrong, these are now more expensive because they're the gold star foils of the pack and they're their secrets. So, and then also Charmeleon is the secret of the pack as well. And then Field wasn't bad because flip a coin if heads, the defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. If tails, the defending Pokemon is now asleep. So regardless, you will get something out of that one. Here is Psychic Trace. This is the one that I use with the Sift Tree because automatically I have the same hand as my opponent. Guess what? Sift Tree is going to do 80. Here Comes Steam Rocket was also a secret in that set. And then I did use these guys, the Camerupt, because Black Burner is not that bad. And Split Bomb, oh my goodness, just splitting damage into other people, really good. This Dusclops is not bad either. I don't know if I used it. I think I did use this one. Nope. Gyarados is not that bad, but I just couldn't find a deck to make it work. I don't know if I used this one, but Ninja's not bad, but I mean, it's 50 HP, and he doesn't really do that much, but he's not that bad. And he has like nothing down there, so he could retreat always, but not the best for me to use. That's the Pidgeotto I used. And this Smooth Rover, when I first got the EX Deoxys set, which is this set, Smooth, when I read this, I was like, oh my goodness, this card is great. So I used them with Blaziken and it worked. So here is the coolest thing to me. So this one came from the starter deck. This one came from the pack. This one came from the movie, and this was Regionals Champion. So basically they had like 4 different types of the same Deoxys, but given out through like different little things. I don't know why they didn't like do it with the others. They just stayed with the standard one, but that's why I have 4 of them. It's not 5, right? No. But yeah, pretty much. The War Toto is pre-release from the EX. EX. Oh yeah, EX Fire Red and Leaf Green. Didn't really care for any of these guys. Now you're asking, oh, here we go again. Yep, so starter deck, pack, and then this was the gym challenge card that you won. My tournament never gave out where I played, so I pretty much just bought it from Troll and Toad when they sold it. Let's see, anything else? Oh, this Crobat is great. When I fought this Crobat at a tournament, I thought I was going to lose because this Crobat was really dangerous. And I got lucky and I beat him. The second fight, he beat me. And the third one was so close. We were neck to neck. And I won. But this Crobat is really, really dangerous. And it has no retreat cost. So really, really, really good. I never got to use the Deoxys. I wasn't like a big fan of them. Hariyama, Manectric, Rayquaza, not bad. Salamence EX is really good. I do use him in one of my my white deck because he retreats people for free because of Jet Flight. Was it? No, Dragon Lift. And I don't use them. Okay, so this is the other ones that are rare, are super hard to get. Now these guys are probably super expensive. I believe I paid like 160 for both of them. I bought them together. Yeah, I got a box of Deoxys, so I pulled him, and I paid like around 200 for this guy. So I remember that. I won the bid. I got lucky. This was this Raikou right here. It's the secret, but you only get it if you bought the starter deck, even though it's a Team Rocket, and this is part of Deoxys. They only released it in the next set, so it kind of sucked. Again, pack, starter deck. This Blaziken was really good. I did use them in one of my Blaziken decks. The Explode is pretty good, and I believe, yep, there's a regionals right there. So the pack and then the regionals. I did like this Gardevoir because it heals. I like it a little better than the other one, even though, you know, the other one does give you an energy, but you take that 2 damage. I'd rather just heal and be more annoying and stay on the field more. Again, pack, starter deck. Again, I always wanted to use Manectric, but I just... Milotic, not Manectric. Milotic, but I just couldn't find a reason to use this one. I never like this one. It's okay. I use the lizard poison one for the Sceptile. Okay, and here we go, starting with the dark Pokemon. EX returns. But this is now EX Emerald. This is the reason I didn't show the showcase before was because I didn't realize that. So Sceptile right here, starter deck, and then pack, starter deck. I didn't realize that this was a non-foil as well, and this was pretty much the last card I got. I got it for like $5, so I was really happy. I got it not too long ago because I totally forgot about it, and when I find it, when I remember it, I was like, oh man, I'm missing a card. So I kept looking until I finally got it, and everybody else is normal. All right, so I know the pre-release is right here. Yep, pre-release Houndoom, and then the regular. I got a foil one though, because I like Houndoom, so yeah. Houndoom's like one of my other favorite type Pokemon out there. So Houndoom is probably in my top 10. This Atelier I like to use. It's not bad, it's really good. It's in one of my decks. I can't recall which one it was. Alright, so here is the EXs for Emerald. This Camelot is really good. A lot of these are pretty good. I cannot deny them. Again, I wanted to use this Milotic, but something about healing. I remember about this one, and I was just like, or it had like minus or something, and I was just like, I don't want to use you. And then they reprinted the EX. Oh my goodness, the legendary rocks, and then the speed Deoxys was actually in this one in Emerald. And then there's that one, and then they had the special energies. And I remember when they said, oh, they don't want, it's official, they want only these energies to be used. But I'm like, they're rares. Like, how are we supposed to get like a whole set of them? And they were pricey, so it kind of sucked. Like, luckily, they were like, nah, we're going to ignore that. Because I was like, no way. Oh, wow. I almost got this whole page foil. I was just missing the Cubone. Should probably look into getting that foil. And then he was a secret. And then this is the last one for the last set. This is Unforeseen Forces. EX. So so Emerald, Deoxys is where I pretty much stopped. Emerald, I pretty much bought all the cards from Troll and Toad and singles for Unforeseen Forces. Unforeseen Forces is by far one of the hardest sets to get. Well, not sets to get, it's hardest to complete because you have the starter deck, the starter deck non-foil and the foil, and then a lot of times they're sold out. It was a lot of times. Now this is my Houndoom that I used for Trainer Lockdown. I didn't like how his leg looked like. It looks like it was like this, and I'm like, wait, isn't your leg supposed to be like this? Like if you're running, but it looked like it looks weird. If you look at that card's leg, you're like, wait, what the hell is that? Is that on purpose, or did the person not know how to draw the leg? So he's pretty weird. But yeah, like the Meganium. Foil, non-foil. Easiest one to get. The Falligator is a little harder to get, the non-foil. Yes, and then this one also, this one's hard to get. The non-foil Slowbro. Took me a bit to get this one. This Artillery I wanted to use. I almost used it in the deck and then I pulled him out. But I really did like him. He's really fun to use. Other than that, I never used anybody else here. Again, the Typhlosions, a little bit hard to get, especially that one. It's always sold out. But I did get my hands on him pretty quickly compared to like Slowbro and Falligator, because Falligator and Slowbro were like the hardest ones to get. But there's also more guys here. So here's the pre-release for Deoxys, which was Manectric. So here is the foil. And then the non-foil. The foil was a little bit easier to get. Singles for Lugia. But the Pokemon Rocks, America, Tour, whatever this one is, this one's pretty hard to get. I did buy it from Troll and Toad. Pay like 20 or 30 bucks for it. Now, yeah, have fun playing for it now. Pokemon is not a card game I would recommend to fully complete. That's why I don't want to do the last 6 sets. Then it would be EX. I mean, not EX. Then it'll be Diamond or Pearl. But I'm like, nah, I'm good where I stand. So, anybody else here? Nope. And then this is where the EX is. The EXs are pretty pricey in this one. I will say that. I did buy them. This one was like 70, 60 bucks, if I remember correctly. So it was up there in price. I got it easily. Same goes for Alligator was like 30, 40, 50 when I bought it. Blissey was like the cheapest. I don't think anybody cared about Blissey. Sorry, Blissey. Love you. Lugia, I paid like around 80 to 100, if I remember correctly. Meganium, around 30. Politoed was cheap. Scizor, I have 2 of these, so I didn't pay that much for them. But this Scizor is really good. If he's halfway in his HP, he's going to start doing more damage. He boosts up his damage, and then he does more damage right here. So it'll be like 90, and they'll be like doing 120. I didn't really like this one. Typhlosion, I didn't get to use. I did use this in my Dark deck. Well, with the Marowak, so this is the Tyranitar I liked to use. This Umbreon is pretty pricey. So Umbreon was around the same price as Espeon, or a little more, because obviously Umbreon is more of a Pokemon that everybody likes. It's like a fan favorite. And then the Gold Star dogs, all the Gold Star dogs were like 50 for me. I didn't pay more than 50 for them. I know that for a fact, because I remember I remember paying 50 for all of them. So 50, so I paid like 150. Now, if you look at the prices, it's probably up there. That was a secret, and like it came out like so far away from the EX set. This was also a secret. And then the Unknowns Hollows, really tough guys to get. They were cheap. A was like 10 bucks, but everybody else was under that until you get to certain other little letters. But yeah, like it was like A, 10. But I remember A being like the $10 one. I think the other one that was more expensive were these 2 guys. These 2 guys were like the pricey ones. And then in Emerald, you have your Grumpig pre-release and the Sander. I have 4 though. So yeah, there were the other 2 that were like 10 bucks apart. Alright, and then these were tournament cards. I know, like you're saying, oh wait, but aren't these promos? Yeah, they technically are, but they were released in packs. So you basically had to pull them out of a pack one by one. So the Blaziken non-foil was from the tournament pack. The foil, actually, they did it like the foils to the Pop series. They did it more where like you will buy like this special pack, and like they show Blaziken like in the front, and then like they had like 4 packs of this, and then this other extra stuff. So that's how it basically was. I forgot how it was, but I basically bought all of this from Troll and Toad and eBay. So yeah, then Lawrand, I have a state champion, and then the standard. So yeah, all of these were basically like packs were non-foils, and then the special booster thingies were like the foil ones. I remember that so well because I remember seeing it in Target, and I was like, what the heck? The foil EX one, I don't remember if it was Target. I don't remember seeing them, but I did get it from Troll and Toad, so it don't matter, just like them. Again, I don't remember seeing them. I know this Mud Kid is special. So then Pop Series 2 starts right here, and they were like the same thing. Pack. I mean, no, this is the pack, and then the special promotional item. Yeah, and then here I have Wizards of Philly Coast, and then the regular standard. So this was only given at Philly Coast. I paid like 15 bucks for this. A friend of mine gave me this one for Nintendo World. I don't have the Comic-Con Pikachu now that I realize it. I need to get that one. I remember it was like 60 bucks. I'm probably going to look at it more, and it's going to be more expensive. I forgot there's a Comic-Con Pikachu. Oh, well. Probably I'll get it. If I do, I'll probably say in the comments that I got it. Yep, pretty much everything. Standard. So, Gen Con Trico. And then you had the Wizards of the Wizard World Chicago. So that's how that one got given out. And then, yep, same thing. And then Pop Series 3 starts right here with the Blastoise. I don't remember Pop Series 3 that as much. Here is my standard and my city's champion. And then for Unforeseen Forces, right? Yep, Unforeseen Forces, the pre-release was Bayleaf. Yeah, I don't remember. This Jolteon was like really hard to get. I had to buy it from a convention because they actually had it there in like, hey, look at our cards that we're selling for $2, and that's how I got it. But they never sell this one online. From what I remember, they never said that this was a non-foil. So this Pop Series 3 became like that weird one because there was a non-foil for these guys, but you never got to really see them for sale. And a lot of times you did buy it, they'll give you the foil instead of the non-foil. I had to remember when I bought these and like leave a description saying, hey, can I get the non-foil one? Because that's what I'm buying. But then they'll send me the foil one. I always used to get mad about that, but oh well. I eventually did get it. They did send me the non-foil. A lot of times they just gave me my money back. Same goes for the Vaporeon. It was really, really, really tough to get the non-foil. But yeah, they did their best to, like, as long as you may put it in the special request, please give me the non-foil, you probably could get it. But it was really, really hard to get Pop Series 3. And then I believe I do have Pop Series 4. No, that's still 3. Pop Series 4 is this one. And this is where I basically said I'm not getting it. Because like they started doing these little symbols. Like Deoxys is now a colorless when it's supposed to be a psychic. Like Chimicho, or whatever it's called, it's supposed to be a psychic, and now it's a steel. I didn't like these, but I did say let me get the Pop Series 4 because it's just a small set, and I didn't really care. And I was like, yeah, I can probably get these easily. So yeah, the Mew was pretty tough. $5 was for like the holo, and like this one was like 15. So the non-foil was a harder one to get. I'm surprised Sceptile was in a foil, but then they started in this set. They started making the commons a foil. So like Flygon was a foil, but not Sceptile, but Combuskin was. And then there's somebody else in the next page. Yep, Pikachu was a foil, Mudkip was a foil, Waffabet was a foil. So it was kind of weird that they started doing that. It was interesting, but yeah. And then the Deoxys was a non-foil. So yeah, that's basically where I stopped. Pop Series 4. Pop Series 4. So yeah, that's pretty much my whole collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been years of me collecting this, so this is my showcase of Pokemon Binder 2. Now, I will have Pokemon Binder 3 later on, probably next year, which is going to be my promo sets. All the cards I collected for the promos, so it'll be Nintendo and stuff like that. Nintendo Wizard Coast, Best of Series, and there's a couple other stuff. So yeah, that one will be later. But again, I did stop where I stopped this, so you won't see much more of that. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It's a little bit of history for me. I really did like it. I mean, years of buying cards. I have a lot of money in these cards, so still have my other binder. I'm not getting rid of these binders. If anything, my son probably could sell them when I'm dead. So yeah, there it is. Troll and Toad. That's where I get all my stuff. Well, I got all my Pokemon cards. I still am working on my other binder, getting a lot of first edition, but I haven't done that in a while. But I'll probably look into it, and I'm probably gonna get that Pikachu, that Comic-Con Pikachu, just because I just realized I don't have it, and just to say, hey, I got it from my collection and it's over. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.